In the previous unit, we learned how to multiply monomials, and that's when we have the same base, whether it's a variable or a number, as long as the base is the same, but it's different in exponent, we keep the base, we add exponents together. In this unit, we're going to learn and practice how to divide monomials, and that's called the quotient rule. So again, we have the same base, just like the power rule when we multiply the monomials. Now we have the quotient rule. We have the same base, we keep the base, and then we subtract the exponents. All right, so let's look at some practices. Example 1, I do have the same base here. X is my base, and then I just need to keep the base. I subtract the exponents. So x squared is my final answer. Over here, I have the same base. I subtract the exponents. I have k to the 10th. Same base again. 3 minus 3, I would have 0. Anything raised to the power of 0 is 1. Again, anything raised to the power of 0 is 1. So if I do x raised to the 0, whatever x is, the final answer is always 1. If I have more than one variables, you want to search for the same base. So A is the same base, B is the same base. So then I got to take care of A first. That's 6 minus 2. It's a division, therefore I have to use the quotient rule. Now I have B left, and B I have 4 minus 3. Again, same base, different exponents. So I got to simplify that, and I have A to the 4th, B to the 1st power, which is really A 4th B. Make that 1 invisible. Same thing with 5 and 6. So I'm going to demonstrate 6. I have x here. So keep the x. It's 20 minus 5. Then the y, 9 minus 9 is 0. Then I have the z, 2 minus 1. There is an invisible 1. So x to the 15th, y to the 0. Again, that's 1. Multiplied by z, 2 minus 1 is 1, so it's invisible 1. If I simplify this, is x to the 15th times z. That's the answer for number 5. All right, so I'm going to move this sheet upward a little. Let's look at some examples with coefficients. In other words, I have numbers involved. Then if I have numbers, constants involved, I just deal with the numbers first. I just deal with the constants first. So divide the coefficients and then simplify the variables with the quotient rule. 6 divided by 2 is 3. X fourth over x third, 4 minus 3. So my final answer is 3x. 14 divided by 7 is 2. R, 2 minus 1. S, 2 minus 1. So my final answer is 2RS. So pause the video, finish the rest of it, and then come back and double check your answers. I want to make sure that you don't just give me the answer. I want to see how you solve step by step. Okay, here are the answers between 13 and 16. Double check your answers. If you made a mistake, go back and try to understand how you made that mistake so that you won't make the same mistake again next time. This part is really important for you to slow down. Keep in mind that power rule and quotient rule requires the base to be exactly the same. All right? Once you finish this, I want you to move to the next page, finish 17 through 22 on your own, and then bring that sheet back to me. I will grade them. Actually, let's do 17 through 24. You should not have any issues dealing with those problems. Then I'm going to demonstrate the last 4, which is a little bit more tedious, and it has combined like terms. So here we have coefficients we have to simplify. We have multiple variables with different exponents to use either product rule or to use quotient rule. And then we have to combine like terms if there are like terms. So let's see how we do this. Over here, I have number 25. I have 8 times negative 3. So I should have negative 24. I have c d cubed times c raised to the 4th over 6c raised to the 2nd power d minus 9c cubed d squared. Negative 24 divided by 6 is negative 4. Then I have c raised to the power of 1 on top. And then I'm going to rearrange the order. All I did was I rearranged the order on top. And then at the bottom, I'm going to keep the same thing. Remember here, the 6 in the bottom, in the denominator disappeared because it's 24 divided by 6. That's how I end up having 4 there. Then bring down the second part, minus 9c cubed d squared. Right, not d2, sorry about that. Now, I'm going to write it on the side because I'm running out of real estate here. If I were to simplify this term, if you do this on the scrap paper, I recommend that you copy down the original problem. Now, this is only the first part of it. So you begin to simplify this. Here is c raised to the 1 plus 4, d cubed over c squared d. So now I have c raised to the power of 5 d cubed over c squared d. Now, if I just only look at c because it's a division, I can make the exponents a subtraction. D over here is 3 minus 1. So this part alone, I'm simplifying it to negative 4 c cubed d squared. Then I bring down the last part of it. Now, I have like terms, don't I? I have the same variable and the same powers on each of the variable. They match up exactly. So negative 4 minus 9 is negative 13. Then I keep my variables. Like I said, it's a little tedious, but if you just clean up the upstairs, then you see if you can use quotient rule to clean up the downstairs as well. And then you combine like terms. Follow the exact step-by-step procedure. You should be good. Over here, 26. I'm going to try to skip some steps here. I see multiplication. 8 times 3 is 24. 24 divided by 12, I should have 2 already. Right here. Right? Now, if I do, sorry about that. I don't know why this keeps changing. I have r raised to the 5th times r raised to the 3rd. I can combine these two. I should have r raised to the 5 plus 3, which is 8. Now, if I have s squared and s raised to the 4th, it becomes s, same base, I add exponents together, 2 plus 4 is 6. See how I'm doing all of that? And then I already use the 12, I keep this rs to the 4th. Now, bring down the rest of it. Now, let's try to simplify this fraction again. I have 2 on top. I have r eighth divided by r. So it's 8 minus 1, which is 7. I have s to the 6th over s to the 4th. 6 minus 4, that's how I have squared. Then I bring the rest of it down. And guess what? I have like terms right here. All I need to do is to, excuse me, add the coefficients together. That's 11. And bring bring down the variables, which is r to the 7th s squared. That's my final answer there. All right, so that's the 25, 26. Try 27 and 28 on your own. I'm writing the answers down here and see if you can get to the correct answer. Again, the process is to simplify the coefficients first, then try to simplify upstairs, then try to simplify the fractions by using quotient rule. And then the final step is to see if you can combine like terms. All right, guys, see you later.